More breaking news. The Pakistan People's Party patron-in-chief Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has come out with a provocative rant on Jammu and Kashmir. Zardari has vowed to take back all of Kashmir from India and not leave behind a single inch of it. Bilawal, who is the son of Asif Ali Zardari and later Benazir Bhutto, claimed that Jammu and Kashmir belongs only to Pakistan. Jyoti Malhotra from India Today now joining us on the phone line. Jyoti, Bilawal speaking to party workers at the residence of former Prime Minister Yusuf Raza Gilani in Multan, adding that he'll take back Kashmir, all of it, and not leave behind a single inch. Definitely not something that India and Pakistan need right now, given the current circumstances.
Well, I think you have to understand what's going on. And frankly, I don't think you can take what Bilawal has said seriously at all. First of all, he's a very young man. He is barely 25 or 26 years old. That doesn't mean that he's not an intelligent man. He is very intelligent. But I think what he's trying to do is that he's trying to get the People's Party, which lost the elections, as you know, last year, he's trying to get it back on the national agenda. And he believes now that because Nawaz Sharif has become much more weakened after the protest by Imran Khan and other people in Islamabad over the last few weeks, he believes this is a good time for the People's Party to return to the national Pakistani agenda. And what better way than to bring the so-called K word, Kashmir.
Right.
This is something that has always sort of rallied the people of Pakistan. But I think Bilawal is making a big mistake. I think there are so many problems inside Pakistan that if he continues with this, the people of Pakistan will say themselves that let Kashmir be. Sure, it is a dispute between India and Pakistan, but let us get our own act together inside Pakistan. So I think Bilawal is making a mistake, but I think he's doing it really to return to, as it were, return the People's Party to the national agenda. I don't think anything is going to come off this.
Absolutely. Jyoti, stay with us. Let's just ask Hamza Amir to weigh in on this. Hamza, would you like to add something to what Jyoti is saying?
Well, while I agree that, it might be something that Bilawal is doing to actually come back into the mainstream line of politics in Pakistan, though he's very young, but it should not be forgotten, he is actually heading a political party. Secondly, in Pakistan, with the current political crisis going on, I think, Pakistan is now moving towards re-elections, and that is why this seems to be, a normal speech script that everyone uses as far as, their election campaigns are concerned. Bilawal has now immediately started moving around areas of Punjab, flooded areas. He's trying to talk to the sentiments of the people. He's trying to come back into his own and, have people like Gilani and other people around him who are advisors and telling him to come back and bring back People's Party. But at the same time, keeping Kashmir issue in a way that, it should hit the people's sentiment. It will actually make Pakistan and his own position very weak, considering that what is going on in Pakistan, it's already a very unstable position. And saying that now we'll go and we'll bring back the whole of Kashmir because it's Pakistan's ownership, is something that is actually raising more concerns than being giving more positive sentiments for him.
Right. Stay with us. We also have Fawad Chaudhary from the PPP, in fact, joining us. Sir, Bilawal Bhutto making these comments at a time, he's very young and first announcing his plans to contest the next general elections and then making these comments at an extremely sensitive time.
Are
you raising the K bogey for votes, sir?
I think Kashmir is a sensitive issue for Pakistan, and it's a disputed territory, obviously. And Pakistan is Pakistan's settled position. It's not a new thing what he has said. Kashmir problem is subject to plebiscite, and since the Scotland referendum held, obviously the Kashmir issue has again revived in this respect. And he was talking in Multan, in Punjab, in fact, in the flood-hit areas. And obviously, this is a problem that has to be settled. And Pakistan believes that the Kashmiri majority wants to join Pakistan, and India is refraining from holding referendum there. And this is the stated position of Pakistan, which has just reiterated.
Jyoti, would you like to weigh in on that?
Yes, what I would like to say is that I think Bilawal has to remember what his own late mother, one of Pakistan's biggest leaders, Benazir Bhutto, I think he has to remember what she used to say in the early years before she began the whole Azadi thing, that both Benazir and Rajiv Gandhi, former Indian Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi and former Pakistani Prime Minister, they actually had a very good relationship. And I think if you remember what Benazir said in those years in the late 80s, there was in fact a much greater understanding about what's going on, not only inside Kashmir, but also between India and Pakistan. I think these comments of Bilawal in Multan, as Mr. Chaudhary I think they are basically addressed to a domestic audience. Bilawal needs something to say to his people. What is he going to say? The fact is that Punjab is run by the Nawaz Sharifs, by Nawaz and his brother Shahbaz Sharif. So how does he get the People's Party back on the agenda? However, I would add that I don't think, you can take Bilawal seriously when he talks about Kashmir like this. I would add to this that yes, there are a lot of problems inside both our Jammu and Kashmir, not only with the flood situation, but otherwise. And there are big problems inside Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, or Azad Kashmir as the Pakistanis call it. I think they have to look after their Kashmir's problems, and we have to look after our Kashmir's problems. And if there is any conversation that has to take place about Kashmir, then it has to be done by the governments of India and Pakistan. That's all I have to say.
Absolutely. Jyoti Malhotra, thank you so much for speaking with Headlines today, and Fawad Chaudhary from the PPP, and Hamza Amir for joining us from Islamabad. Remember, these are the comments, in fact, that are being made by Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, vowing to take back all of Kashmir from India and not leave behind a single inch of it, because apparently it belongs only to Pakistan. That's what he was saying. Bilawal was speaking to party workers at the residence of former Prime Minister Yusuf Raza Gilani in Multan, and referring to the ongoing sit-ins in Islamabad. He added that Punjab is drowning in floods and the enemies of Pakistan want to drown the country in Islamabad. Jyoti Malhotra, in fact, claiming there that Bilawal Bhutto, he may just be contesting in the elections, but he is, this is in fact presenting the agenda of the PPP, and experts are also saying that these comments are in fact being made at a time when Pakistan needs to raise the K bogey for votes. The son of Benazir Bhutto, and he is the patron-in-chief of the Pakistan People's Party, and he is in fact making this comment, the poll eve provocation. Let's just in fact listen, and we have a reaction coming in right now.
डुबोने की कोशिश की जा रही है। आज पंजाब डूब रहा है और कुछ लोग साजिश करके इस्लामाबाद में पाकिस्तान को डूबना चाहते हैं, मगर हम ऐसा नहीं होने देंगे। उनका कहना था कि 18 अक्टूबर को बताएंगे कि 2013 के इंतखाब।
Right, in fact, those are the comments that we heard of Bilawal Bhutto, this poll eve provocation, coming out and saying that he will in fact take back every inch of Kashmir as it belongs to Pakistan. These comments perfectly timed at the time of election.
खैबर पख्तूनख्वा ना देसू, मरसू मरसू, गिलगित बल्तिस्तान ना देसू, लबंगे लबंगे, कश्मीर, पूरा कश्मीर, पाकिस्तान का कश्मीर, लबंगे। और जिन्सू जिन्सू, जनूबी पंजाबी जिन्सू। इससे पहले बिलावल भुट्टो जरदारी
That in fact was Bilawal Bhutto Zardari making that speech there. The Gen X politician of Pakistan saying that the Pakistan People's Party would get back the entire Kashmir from India. Bilawal, all at 25 years old, was addressing the party workers in Multan region in Punjab yesterday when he made these remarks. As you can see on your screens, he was flanked by former Prime Ministers Yusuf Raza Gilani and Raja Parvez Ashraf. Now, Bilawal has announced plans to contest the next general elections in 2018, heading the secular Pakistan People's Party, which officially wants good ties with India. But clearly, these comments are far from it. Remember, he is the son of former slain Premier Benazir Bhutto, remember, who was twice elected as Prime Minister, while his grandfather, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, in fact, founded the PPP. It will be interesting to see how these comments, in fact, are taken in not only India, but in Pakistan as well.